Nothing scares salespeople more than cold calling. So I've been in real estate for 10 years, and in my 10 years, I would say it was my biggest hiccup and my biggest flaw was my fear of rejection, right? And that's what happens to most of us. It's completely normal. But on the other hand, the top 10 to 15% of real estate agents that are making 6 figures to 7 figures a year, they all have one thing in common, that they do some type of cold prospecting, where either they're door knocking, cold calling, or heading to networking events just to pitch their business and just to talk to strangers and see if there's anyone that might be interested, where they fill their time with money making activity, right? So if you want to be a top producer and you want to actually take your business to the next level, cold calling, whether it be expireds for sale by owners or geo calls, which is circle prospecting, needs to be done. Okay, so if you are trying to be a top producer, let me know in the comments below, and also watch to the end of this video because I'm going to break down 3 techniques that you can utilize in order to overcome this paralyzing fear. All right, and they're the things that I've used as well, right? So once I actually started cold calling, that's where I went from making $50,000 a year to making over 6 figures, right? And I actually spent a majority of my time cold calling and door knocking and utilizing some of the strategies that we share on the channel. So please like and subscribe so we can continuously bring this content to you every Tuesday and Friday. So the first thing that you're going to want to do in order to actually prevent yourself from being paralyzed is scale up slowly. Okay, I know this is not something that most coaches would preach, or most team leaders would preach, but sometimes it's a better idea to start with 25 cold calls, right, or 10 cold calls, just to get it out of your system, right? Just get a couple done, and then little by little scale up to where you feel comfortable, right? So I would start with 25 cold calls. If I could get 25 done, no matter what happens on the phone, I'm gonna get 25 done. Then you can scale up to 40. Then you can scale up to 45 if it's still tough for you. And then once you kind of get the hang of it, and it's something that's second nature, and you're not really fearful of the rejection anymore, and you're shaking out the cobwebs, then you can scale up to getting in the hundreds. At some point in my career, I was actually doing up to 250, 300 calls per cold calling session with the help of with a dialer, right? With a single phone dialer, right? And it's something that really changed my business and actually helped me a lot. So sometimes you just need to scale up and kind of, get used to it. The second thing that you're going to want to do is you want to swallow the frog. All right. So in order to overcome your fear, sometimes you have to get it done as the first thing, right? Like just like any good workout routine. For me personally, I know if I don't work out in the morning or before midday, listen, I'm probably not going to do it in the evening, right? Because you're tired, all the emotions of the day already are on top of you. You have to set yourself up, right? So if you get it out the way first thing, just like some of those workouts that we don't want to do, we're already winning for the day, right? So if you make your workout routine and then you hop into cold calling and just get that out the way, you'll do a lot better than someone who's like, oh, I'm gonna wait till 5 o'clock when everybody's home, right? There's no great time to cold call. There's no perfect time to cold call. It just matters that you do it consistently, right? So that's the second thing to do. The third thing that I would recommend is don't cold call alone. All right, so this is probably the strongest technique to actually help you overcome this fear, is by partnering or becoming a buddy with someone and actually seeing someone else fail, right? So this was a big turning point for me psychologically, right? So when I actually got into cold calling, I actually started cold calling and actually being serious about it. One thing that I did was I would cold call in my office, and I used to be the only one in there. Then one day, someone came in. He's one of my good friends. His name was Liam, and he used to cold call alongside me. And we used to laugh at each other because we would both stumble over words. We would mess up, and I'd be like, "What the hell happened there? I don't know." Blah blah. And we would just joke around about it, right? But that gave me the camaraderie to actually overcome that fear and actually laugh at myself when I did mess up, or if somebody did go crazy on the phone, or I lost my temper or whatever. It made it a lot easier to kind of deal with that emotional baggage that comes along with the fear of rejection, right? So it did help out. What I would even recommend outside of that is actually listening to someone that does it on a consistent basis that's better than you. right? So what really changed from when I used to cold call Liam to when I used to cold call Mark was I saw somebody that was more seasoned at it, someone that had like a flow to it and how he followed up and all those great things. Once I kind of saw that, it changed my perspective. Once I saw his script, I improved on my script. So it's always a good idea to be around someone that's better than you because, you know, success leaves clues, right? So that's another good thing too. So there you have it, guys. Those are 3 techniques that you can utilize to start overcoming your fear of cold calling. And if those things don't work, you know, you can always try therapy. But there you have it, guys. If you guys do want to improve your skills when it comes to negotiating, running Facebook ads, or even finding alternatives to cold calling, because there's plenty of ways of drumming up business, go check out Design for Agents. We have over 25 plus free hours of free education there. We also have really great products that can help you basically take your business to the next level. So go check it out there. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments, or you can DM me directly on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm an open book and I'm looking forward to helping you guys out. And if you guys have any other suggestions of videos or anything that you're struggling with in your business, please send those as well. So there you have it, guys. We want to wish you guys a lot of accepted offers, closings, and happy clients. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.